Jaymeshanson and AfroSenju beefing over Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Yeah. Now, I took a nap and I woke up and someone told me, yo, you see Jaymeshanson? Yo, he crashing out on AfroSenju. And I'm like, hold up. So earlier today, James had tweeted out, watching reactions to the Bleach game, knowing they spoke shit about the series and haven't talked about it even during the anime's return, for them to say we eaten genuinely makes me mad as fuck. You know who you are, fake as fuck with your little circle. Now, I didn't put too much thought into who he could have been talking about, so I carried on my day. I said that whole gatekeeping, yeah, there's going to be people that switch up. They might have not liked the series, now they do. The only person I could really think of on Twitter that like just talk shit in general on anime is PS360, but I don't take anything to heart, so it is what it is. But over the years, there's been a Bleach circle of people who felt like people who weren't there when Bleach was at an all-time low, and when it came back, are like, don't switch up now. So you would think that was over. So then Afro quote tweeted and said, womp womp. So basically, you know that he's talking about Afro. So afterwards, some hours go by, and Afro puts out there, yeah, this man Jaymeshanson is crashing into my DMs, and it shows that it says car crash should have done you in. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, AfroSenju earlier was in a car crash.
Today, I was about to record Dragon's Dogma for like some hours. And what I tend to do when I do that, I get coffee at the store called Wawa's. I went there, got coffee, it was cool, and then, you know, I'm checking both ways, left and right, driving back home, and then boom, get hit by a car. The car was going so fast that it literally took the whole front part of my car off. My foot, when I came to with everything, was like outside the car. Like I could feel the air from outside the car. I had sandals on.
So saying that was just way too much. So then afterwards, we start to see like this whole thing of like a back and forth. So what happened is James then retweets and says, show the rest of the DMs. I'm tired of you preaching like some good guy. You're a freaking instigating loser. I knew you would screenshot this. Go on, bro. I regret nothing. You freaking shilling bitch. So then some people were like confused, like the hell's going on. For instance, C Reacts is like, all right, genuine question. Why are you this mad over people being excited for a game? Again, game being Bleach Rebirth of Souls, which does justice to the anime you actively promote. At least initially, doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. That be like me getting mad at people excited for Sparking who weren't standing Dragon Ball on Twitter. C-Reacts brings up a valid point, like why be so mad, right? Like even if you believe someone is fake and they're promoting something, you should at least still be kind of hyped. So Afro, of course, released a bit of the conversation, and it's hard for me to know for sure which area it's from, but I assume that Afro is blue and James is gray. So anyway, it goes, you got beef. He says, I just thought your take was goofy, not really deep than that. Then he goes, nah, cause this is what you do. You quote tweet like an instigator. I've been nothing but good to you, yet you always instigate some dumb shit drama. You want to disagree? Cool, then comment. You gotta get your community involved like you got beef. Then Afro says, hey, you're free to take it however you take it. You made a goofy public statement. I disagreed. Welcome to Twitter, I guess. Then James is like, no, I didn't make a goofy comment. It's called integrity. You can't eat at tables when you do nothing for it and only involve yourself when there's buzz. You know people like this, so why you acting dodgy about it? You can disagree and cause discourse naturally, but you made your tweet seem personal and petty. And again, this is because of the Bleach Rebirth of Souls game. Now, from there, Afro just had LMAO okay, like, I'll show it. And then James says, yeah, show people how When people talk to you with respect, you go and troll them like a loser. I always treated you with the most respect, a fan even, and yet time and time again you instigate and sit on your podium. Cool, bro. You talk to someone like that in real life, you get clapped. Your fan base will suck you off, but I know exactly the type of person you are. And Afro just continues to say womp womp womp, and then he shows more of the conversation, and it's just, he's like, microplastics in my balls. On a real though, don't talk on Twitter like you do IRL. And then Afro's just trolling at this point, saying womp womp womp, and then he's like, car crash should have done you. So I will say that the conversation kind of just, James was out for blood, but it was only after the countless trolling Afro that he said that crap. And look, I feel like we shouldn't be wishing death on anybody, because that just makes the Bleach fandom look bad. From a standpoint, I can understand why somebody would be mad that like someone was sleeping on the series, but I guess I would have to see legit tweets of Afro talking shit on Bleach, and then the game gets announced and then he's like, yeah, Bleach awesome. And then I would be like, you know what, James had a point in that regard, but no one's going to excuse him on the car crash that killed you thing. So yeah, after that, it pretty much becomes a case of, yeah, what the hell is going on? Now, all at the same time, on James's end, he pretty much said, I knew what I said to Afro. What I didn't know, what people blaming this other person or bringing up another person. It's never my intention to bring anyone from association be involved in conflict, yada yada yada. But then another thing said, y'all motherfuckers defending Afro, acting like you wouldn't do the same thing if he called Naruto mid. After switched up, after he got hyped, he literally a poser and a bandwagger. I don't know the guy personally. All I know is the one thing that has come out of this situation is that the Bleach community got a W with a video game, and there's already drama. James didn't like what Afro said. Afro trolled the situation. Then James came in with blood and said something unnecessary, and even is saying things like, I'll pull up. There's a couple people that comments on the situation, but the fact of the matter is, we gotta focus on the game. We can't be letting shit like this cause like a divide and shit happening. But man, Jaymeshanson really crashed out on AfroSenju. Yeah, this is just funny. I ain't gonna lie, it's funny, but I felt like I would just report it to you guys. And if I get any of those people in the comments that are in a Sparking Zero video say something, okay. But what do you guys ultimately think about this situation? I think it's funny, minus the wishing death on somebody for obvious reasons, but this shit is funny.